Hello there, my name is Annalise Rockow, and I'm your student's choir teacher. We have two sections of choir this year at IMS. One is fifth period, that's our seventh and eighth graders, and then sixth period is our sixth grade choir. Just a little bit about myself so that you can kind of get to know me as your student's choir director. This is going to be my seventh year teaching here in Mercer Island School District. I teach fifth grade choir, middle school choirs, and high school choir. I grew up in the North Bend, Snoqualmie area out in the Snoqualmie Valley, went to Mount Si High School. So I love growing up in this area and decided that this is where I want to be. So I went to school. I got my undergrad at Pacific Lutheran University in music education, and then also recently earned my master's degree in music education from Boston University. I love doing this and I love teaching choir because it's an opportunity for students to connect and collaborate and learn how to be that awesome teammate and team member through the lens of music and connecting with people from all different walks of life. It's also great because we get to learn a lot about the world around us through music. I also just love seeing the growth that students are able to see, and what I'm really excited about is that we get 2 sections of choir, and we get to see 6th grade growth, and we get to see 7th and 8th grade growth, and that 6th grade growth gets to lead us up to that 7th and 8th grade level. So everyone is getting what they need, and that's really exciting. Just another thing about me is that I'm a huge women's sports supporter and enthusiast. Love sports in general, but really love supporting women athletes and love supporting the Seattle Reign FC, our women's soccer team here in Seattle, and of course the Seattle Storm as well, our women's basketball team. The best way to get a hold of me is by emailing me because I'm in 2 buildings. Email is just the most consistent way to catch me. If you do need to have a conversation over the phone, we'll just set up a time where we can hop on the phone and I can give you a call from wherever I am, whether it be the high school or the middle school. When it comes to our class, our biggest communication system and our learning management system is Schoology. And students are pretty familiar with this because they use it in all of their classes. So here they'll be able to find practice materials for class, reminders about assignments, event listings. We'll have vocab sheets, and they may submit some assignments to Schoology, but they also might just do performance-based assignments that happen in class or paper assignments that happen in class, but anything that is graded or that's going to be entered in the grade book is shown in Schoology. I'm also going to be using the Schoology grade book to update student grades, and then in the system, the cumulative, that is where just final grades will be posted. I'll continue to keep those talking to each other, but that's where you'll see those final grades posted each trimester. Um, Emails will come directly from me from my Gmail account. I have you all in a distribution list. So please ensure that I am in your contacts and that my email address is in there and that you're receiving things. You should have received a couple communications already this year. So if you didn't, shoot me an email and just let me know that you need to be on that distribution list. And then we also have our booster newsletter in the syllabus. You were able to subscribe to our booster newsletter. If you did not subscribe to that or you did not add your email there, you can always email them at info@michoir.org to be added to that list. Our grading in choir over here are subjects and skills. So we have 3 different subjects, ensemble skills, performance, and musicianship. And those are all the umbrellas that our skills are underneath. So when we look at ensemble skills, it's all about materials, posture, sound. Am I contributing to the ensemble in those consistent ways? Performance, so any performance that we have, all of our performances are graded assessments for the course. So it's important that every student is there and taking part in those assessments and for you to be able to see what we've been working on. And so under there, we do the actual performance itself, and then we do reflections following each performance. That also will fall under that category. And then musicianship. So these are our skills that we're working on each day in class, and we'll have graded assignments and assessments based on the different things that we're working on per trimester. So different categories of musicianship that are also graded. It's really important to provide accurate snapshots of how everyone is doing. It's our grading for equity system here at Islander Middle School. And then just a reminder that a 3 is meeting standard. So I know sometimes students get really like, I'm really aiming for that 4, and that's really awesome and encouraged. And I want them to know that you can always continue to grow on that grading scale, and that will be reflected in those final trimester grades. So, all assignments can be retaken until students meet standards, and they can come see me in Gator Time if they need help to meet that standard or they need that extra support. Demonstration of any musical understanding will be demonstrated during class, and students will know when these things are approaching. It'll be on Schoology, it'll be on the whiteboard, we'll be talking about it. And then all assignments are connected to a specific skill. So, all of those things fall under these categories. So you'll see rhythm and tempo, and then it'll be vocab quiz 2 or whatever it may be. So, um, yeah, if you have any questions about grading, feel free to send me an email. T-shirts and sweatshirts are part of just, we're in choir. We like to represent our program. And our t-shirts this year are going to be provided by our booster organization. So if your student needs a new t-shirt, we wear the same shirts every year here at IMS. So if they need a new t-shirt, make sure that you have communicated that on the syllabus. And if you don't remember, feel free to send me an email. And then sweatshirts are optional. And once I get the order numbers, I'll have a hard number on those, and then payments will be posted to student accounts. That sweatshirt design is right here. And I will send out emails when all of that is being updated. The big thing that I really want everyone to notice and focus on is our concert black attire. It is really important that when we perform, everyone is focused on how we're sounding and can just look at us as a uniform group of people. So, these are all the details for concert black attire, and please start planning this now. And sometimes students get overwhelmed and they say, well, I don't have black shoes. And so, this is something that is an investment in participating in a music ensemble is purchasing that performance attire. So we black professional clothing, shoulders are covered. It can be a short sleeve, that's fine, but we just want to make sure that shoulders are covered. It's not about modesty, it's just about uniformity and making sure that as we look across the ensemble, everyone looks uniform. Legs are covered, so that means that if a student is wearing a skirt or a dress, they just need to wear tights, black tights under those. And then closed-toed black professional shoes. No athletic wear. So we don't want the sweatpants, the leggings, and then black denim just because of how it can wash in those weird ways and have kind of the spectrum of different gray to black colors. We avoid that as well. And then just making sure that those shoes are completely black. Even the sole, everything included, everything black to look really uniform. These are some examples, and up in this corner in the right-hand side, you can see that this is an ensemble that did pretty well with their concert black attire, and it's nice to see that across the whole group, it just looks really uniform, and that we can just focus on singing together, and the audience can just focus on what we're sounding like and not be distracted by all of the different attire happening. These are some examples of concert black, and notice that there are some short sleeves include. Short sleeves totally fine. But just making sure that we're covered, our legs are covered, and that it's all black professional clothing. Our calendars, I want to just go over the policy, that these are assessments for the courses and that conflicts need to be communicated as early as possible. When it is a concert versus a practice or a rehearsal, concerts only happen a couple times a year, and typically those practice and rehearsals for other activities happen more regularly. So, in the music department, we ask that students prioritize concerts over practices or rehearsals. And sometimes there can be things that rise to the level of the same importance as a concert. through other activities or organizations. And in those scenarios, such as, a game or a competition or a performance, that needs to be communicated with me as quickly as possible and as early as possible, so that we can coordinate what's going to be needed when it comes to the attendance on that concert. Um, Schoology has a live link for these concerts, and right now I'm doing both 6 and 7, 8 together. So these are really small. I know you can't read them, but these links are in Schoology. And then the other thing is that our boosters have populated a Google Calendar link, and in their newsletter communications, you'll be able to subscribe to that Google Calendar and add it to your digital calendar, so that you can see all of those populated on your calendar. It's really important that these dates are added to the family calendar, put it in whatever system you use, because they're going to come up and we need to make sure that we're able to prioritize them so that our whole team can be there performing and putting on the best performance possible. The honor choirs, please make sure that if your students are interested in these, that you are communicating about them early. I need to be collecting those forms and recording auditions. 7th and 8th graders have the opportunity to do the East Shore Honor Choir, and 6th and 7th and 8th have the opportunity to audition for our All-State Honor Choir. More information on that has gone home in a couple emails, so please make sure that you've followed up with students about those opportunities. I'm looking for your support in your student participating in choir this year. Be encouraging, come to our concerts. The work that we do in here is so that you all can enjoy a good product at our concerts, and they really want to share. So please come and support them, ask them questions about how they're doing and what we're working on, and just be helpful in making those adjustments in their schedule when we have performances so that they can really feel all of that hard work come to fruition on stage. So that's it. Our fall concert is going to be on Wednesday, October 22nd. We can't wait to see you there. It's going to have choirs grades 6 through 12. So you'll see the 6th grade choir, the 7th and 8th grade choir, and then our high school choir as well. If you want to get involved, reach out to our boosters on their website, www.michoir.org. You can also send them an email. And then our next booster meeting is on Wednesday, October 2nd at 4:30 p.m. It'll be about an hour at the Mercer Island High School Choir Room, which is room 503. Um, Again, there's my email. Please reach out via email whenever you need to connect. And just a note about our fall concert is that call time is going to be at 6 o'clock. We're going to meet in the Performing Arts Center at the high school. Students can enter through the amphitheater in that main entrance area, but you go through the amphitheater and go through the commons to get to the Performing Arts Center. And we'll have some returning choir members outside just helping people getting into the right spot. But we look forward to sharing our music with you on October 23rd. Thank you.